out here. Seijaru definitely want to keep that streak going here a little bit. You make your name against the big names like Ackno, people start to pay attention to you a little bit more.
Ooh, Seijaru just opening up so aggressively, just unarmed, fighting on through. You know, there's that little bit of an edge, you know? They both feel a certain way about this matchup, given how it shook out last time.
Absolutely. I mean, there's definitely a little bit of revenge that Ackno's going to want here.
Oh, stuffed recovery, just like that. 20 seconds in, Seijaru taking the first stock off of Ackno. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Seijaru is keeping the momentum from the last time they fought. He's like, listen, I know I beat you last time. I'm going to do it again. Take this first stock. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm all about. You better respect me.
All right, Ackno spot dodging that signature, now has the juggle on Seijaru, starting to bring this one back. Massive damage. Goes for the corner guard. Oh, slide kick bet on the side.
Yeah, Ackno's got to be a little more clean, a little more crisp, and a little more consistent when he's going for those edge guards, because Seijaru could have turned that around heavily, especially the way that Gauntlets likes to play sometimes. All right, but here we go so far. Seijaru trying to keep this momentum going here. Finally has the scythe in hand.
Okay.
A huge punish.
That was, I'll spot dodge your attempt, you spot dodge my attempt. Round and round we go until no more options were left.
Yeah, there's definitely one dangerous carousel for sure, but Seijaru going to be able to get these gauntlets back in
Double recovery, so quick, so quick.
It continues to maintain this lead. And we did see Ackno, you know, they started to get a little bit of something going, but that was stomped immediately as Seijaru continues to keep this momentum in their favor.
Oh, he's even just bunny hopping over him. He's like, oh, I'll get you on this side. We'll give a quick little hop up. I'll get you on that side.
Okay, ooh. Trying to get a little bit of something. You can see the respect that Ackno's putting into their game plan now, right?
Oh,
They recognize that Seijaru kind of has their number, and they have to be very, very careful trying to go for a huge play there. Ackno's just trying to get one more stock. Seijaru's trying to close out the game.
Yeah, Ackno definitely going to have to rethink this game plan entirely. You see that pace just kind of becoming more methodical, but Seijaru picking him apart. That's a two-stock victory, game number one, so handedly.
Oh my goodness, wow. And if that's like any indicator for the rest of the set, Ackno is in trouble again.
I mean, that was a pretty dominant performance from Seijaru.
That was a very dominant
There's no other way to say it.
There's no, absolutely. But it looks like they're going to switch over to Val, keeping that stored, but also trying to match the pace with the gauntlets here, trying to keep that combo game going. Because we did see with Bodvar with the hammer, you know, hammer is a strong weapon, but it's a little bit slower, especially trying to deal with a character like Mordex that's just constantly throwing hitbox after hitbox in your face.
Yeah, I mean, Seijaru was just kind of like hopping over every single downlight. It seemed like Ackno couldn't get anything started.
Okay, but there we go, finally getting the gauntlets in hand here. Let's see what Ackno can get going. Seijaru still looking pretty good, pretty crisp.
I mean, hey, all right, that's a ton of damage.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, okay. It continues to keep it going here. Ackno with a great counter edge guard. Let's see what the situation is here. Seijaru finds a way around. Oh, okay. Ackno finds her way back onto safety.
Oh, the turnaround knocks him over to the side. Couldn't get the knockout off the top. Wow, really went for it on that signature. There's the weapon bonk. Spike down once again. Seijaru, too many options starved out. First stock going the way of Ackno this time. You can see that game plan, the adaptation changing.
Yes, and I believe that Seijaru might have gotten a little bit ahead of themselves. They're feeling really good. You can tell by the way they're playing, but sometimes you got to dial it back and you got to recognize, all right, I'm being a little too aggressive, and Ackno definitely took advantage of that one.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it worked out in game number one for Seijaru. He was able to rock Ackno back on his heels, just kind of keep pushing forward to take that game. But, you know, in between Ackno during the map bans, you know, maybe he was able to splash his face with some cold water and start rethinking, whoa, you got to rethink everything now. That side signature, it was gutsy, it was greedy. I know you've got the lead, but Seijaru responded so quickly and perfectly.
Yes, I mean, the risk reward was definitely great on both sides. Like, if you do land it, you probably go up another stock. But now, you give Seijaru that breath that he needs to try and find his pace, find his rhythm, and he's really taking it to you on the second stock here. Ackno has the sword in hand, trying to find something. Okay, gets a weapon toss. Ooh, goes for something a little too greedy.
There it is, the rainbow toss, catches it for a little bit of a fake out.
Okay. Ooh. Great stuff, not going to be able to get their scythe back. Now both players, oh, wait, never mind, they found the gauntlets.
There it is, sidelight recovery. Too tall of a ceiling for that to seal the deal.
Again, tries to go for it, but not able to close it out once more. Those were some active gauntlets just bouncing around, man. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
All right, finally, third time's the charm. Up off the top, Seijaru managed to cut the damage deficit and take the stock lead. That was off the back of, I thought he was going to do it again here. Yeah, that sight, nair, sair. This time, Ackno saved his dodge to get out of it and tie up the stocks.
Yeah, I mean, Seijaru did get a little bit of extra credit, but, man, when you got going against a player like Acno, a little bit of extra credit almost means nothing at all. You have to keep it going the whole way through. Seijaru, look at this, though. The gauntlets in hand. They are bringing the pressure. They are bringing the pain. They got to be careful, though. Acno could have taken that for a ride to close out this game here. Oh, okay. What are you doing?
Look out, look out. So many options spent. You see those sweat beads coming out. That means they've spent everything. All of their jumps, their recovery attack, their dodge, it's all gone.
All right, but now both of them got gauntlets in hand. Acno, okay, great read there. Going to get a little bit of extra damage, but you're still a little bit behind. The sword coming into play. All right, good start. Getting Seijaru off stage. They find their way back on, somehow dodging these attacks.
Yeah, I mean, they've just been dancing around each other, staying in such close proximity, but neither of them able to find the strong hits.
Okay. Went for the gauntlet toss, gets their sight. Acno's going to be looking to close this one out.
Oh my gosh, the breakdance almost knocking him off the top.
He's living. He's got one more shot here. There's no other way he's going to be able to survive another hit like that.
And that could be it. Weapon toss, it forced the dodge. Acno couldn't make it back. Seijaru now up 2-0.
This is crazy. Is Seijaru the Acno kryptonite?
It's looking like. I don't know how else to say it. Knocked him out in the previous time that they met up. This time, up 2-0. I mean, I will say, this match, incredibly closer than game number one.
Yeah.
But still in Seijaru's favor.
Yes, I mean, it definitely was a little bit closer. But again, keeping the sword, but now going with the bow, trying to, again, kind of keep that combo game, but keep that space a bit more. Because it looks like they tried to kind of like match what Seijaru was doing. And they're like, all right, listen, I see what you're doing. I respect it. I got to space you out a little bit more because I cannot handle the pressure that you're putting down. I cannot match that right now. So I'm going to try and slow this game down here, slow down this set, try to force you in these awkward scenarios to try and close out these stocks. The Koji coming out here to see if they can get going.
All right, so this is like the tried and true, the classic, right?
Yes.
You know, a lot of players, they regard Koji very highly. He's got a ton of results under his belt. Just a super, super solid legend. And Ackno has a ton of results with him. So, of course, when the chips are down, you go to your old favorites.
Right. I mean, that's the other thing of it, though, is that this is 3 games down, 3 different characters. So Ackno is definitely feeling a little bit nervous.
Whoa!
But looking good. Looks like this might be the start of something great.
Yeah, I mean, that was like an early call out. Just, hey, I'm betting you're going to recover low. Let's cover that angle so early. And Seijaru he went for it, man. Yeah,
and right now this bow is definitely making a difference. Got a great combo game right now. Getting his onesies, twosies, just slowly racking up this damage. And the movement from Koji is beautiful so far. Look at this.
Oh, it is a dance. He's so graceful.
All right, we see Seijaru trying to go for something a little aggressive here. And it looks like they might actually, this is like the first time I feel like Seijaru is a little bit lost or kind of lost in the shuffle here, trying to find it, you know, their turn. But Acno's just not really giving it to him.
Yeah, this bow is just doing phenomenally for Ackno. Seems like he's got all the stage control. He's got a full stock lead right now. Even if Seijaru gets that ground pound for the knockout, he still has such a mountain to climb now. Ackno built him into the red.
Yeah, I think that, you know, dropping the gauntlets there, you were able to close out that stock, but now going to the site, so you can have a little bit of that range too. Keep that combo game flowing. The weapon toss, unfortunately, not going to connect at all. Not going to quite lose the stock either. The rainbow toss. Okay, Seijaru finds a way back.
Yeah, that was great. Came in with one of the fastest aerial attacks in the game, that unarmed neutral air. And he was able to use that, get the hit, get the chase dodge back to stage. Now he's armed up with the gauntlets. No! Bounced. Down air, side air, Ackno with the advantage.
Definitely dancing around here. It takes 2 to tango, and as you can see, both these players rising to the occasion here. Seijaru is quite a bit behind in the deep red. They could be losing this stock very soon. You can see Ackno being very patient, recognizing exactly the type of player Seijaru is, trying to get a huge punish, won't close out the stock there. Again, just tack it on a little bit more. There it goes. No!
Oh, that's a neutral light. It's going to take a long time to knock out, especially on a tall ceiling like this. And since it sends diagonally, neutral air, on the other hand, a bit stronger, sends him up off the top, and Ackno has a sizable lead.
Yeah, this is definitely looking a little bit tough. Seijaru, you could definitely tell, like, they've been, you know, again, pedal to the metal the entire time, and they're recognizing, all right, I've got to, like, actually take my time. I can't just continue to put the gas down. I have to respect what's going on here.
Yeah, it seems like he started to try and figure this out. You know, Ackno had just about a full stock lead. Seijaru cutting it short might actually bring it down to dead even.
That's huge. Okay, maybe, you know, Seijaru has figured something out here. Going right back to the scythe again. Honestly, I'm with it. Oh, they got the sword, though. All right, you just gonna have to
quick interruption.
You just try to play your combo game as best as you can, and then maybe get back to those gauntlets where you can really punish Ackno off stage.
Scythe pluck number 1, looking around. Down light to guard the corner. No, Ackno slips through.
I do like that air dodge from Seijaru, just unfortunately was not able to get much out of it. Ackno continues to have no trouble finding their openings. Now they got the bow in hand, toss it away for the sword.
Yep, he wants that knockout consistency. Down light into recovery or just the plain up recovery. A lot of juggling. Ackno on the board. It's still 2-1 Seijaru's favor, but Ackno turning this around. I mean, that looked like a completely different set.
Absolutely, and I mean, I think that bow is what really kind of set it apart. Again, able to poke a little bit farther, play a bit of a slower game, really force Seijaru into his momentum. The way that Ackno wants to play this game. I do want to point out that Seijaru, the longer it went on, you could tell that the gears are clicking, and he's figuring things out. They're figuring things out slowly. It's just there's a matter of consistency that needs to be addressed here. Maybe they can find that on Miami Dome.
Yeah, the calculus changes a little bit here. Again, you know, you've got a sizable ceiling, but those platforms are so much higher. Knocking out from there is going to be a little bit closer. And also, it has that scaffolding down in the center, so you can't actually cross from one side of the stage to the other underneath. You are locked to whatever edge guard you're in.
Yep, and that could be huge! Woo! Oh! Almost finding the way back, but Seijaru ensures the lead will be theirs. A great 30-second stock to get things started here.
Looks like those gears are well-oiled and running smooth.
100%. Seijaru is doing fantastic. This scythe play has been incredible. A great answer to the Koji. We saw a little bit of that greatness in the last game, but it is definitely being showcased here. Until that happens.
Wait a minute. Answering right back. All right, this one is now going to be incredibly tight. It's like Seijaru, massive lead first 2 games. Ackno, that last game, for the majority of it, he looked like he was in complete control. Here now, we've got it right even between the two.
Okay. Ackno trying to find a way back onto stage, but Seijaru rising to the occasion here. Relatively even game, though. No one's taking any real hard lead, but Seijaru's doing a really good job of kind of dialing it back. They're not getting as aggressive with their combos. They're getting their onesies, twosies, and just trying to rack this damage up.
Yeah, just got to be consistent. Seijaru knows they've got the set advantage. They only need to win 1 more game. Ackno needs to win 2. So as long as you can just keep it nice and consistent, that's your best shot.
Okay. Okay, finally Ackno finds a way to pick up that weapon, but Seijaru just did a good job dancing around it, just kind of forcing Ackno to have to be really careful, because if they committed too hard to pick that weapon up, oh my goodness, Ackno, what was that? Oh!
Side air gets under the weapon toss this time, skates through the clash. Ackno turning it around with the recovery. Both of them arming up once again, and Seijaru's out of here.
I mean, that's what we need to see. Ackno answering back after a strong first stock here. But if they're not careful, Seijaru's going to even this up immediately, just like that. Dude. And this is where things get a little scary, right? He's going to be able to weapon starve you for a little bit. But Seijaru, again, respecting things, not going too crazy. Tried to find a punish on Ackno going to pick up that weapon. Wasn't able to find it.
All right, so this is Ackno back on the bow. This is where we've seen the most control from him. Not just of the stage with its range, but just the pace of the match as a whole.
Yes. Okay, Ackno dancing around here. Ooh, Seijaru just barely whipping on that. Tosses the gauntlets, gets another one in hand. Oh, Ackno trying to go for something a little crazy there, trying to extend that combo.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, okay, he's good, he's good.
All right, Ackno wasn't gonna... All right, I don't blame him. If he went down there and Seijaru managed to turn around with like a gauntlets neutral air and that was it, said and done, that would have felt real bad for Ackno. I agree with him staying on stage. That was a smart call.
Dude, I really like what Seijaru's doing here, though. He's only going for a couple hits. He's not going for these overextensions. He's doing what he knows he's capable of, and then trying to reset neutral, which he's, honestly, he's winning very often.
Yeah, oh, wait a minute. Couldn't quite get that ground pound over the corner. Ackno with the stage advantage. There it is. Dash forward, side signature. We're going to game number 5.
That's what I love to see. And this has been a fantastic set so far. We've seen Seijaru body the first 2, right? And then we saw that switch to Koji from Ackno. And things are really working out for him. However, this game looked so much better than last game. So if I am Ackno, going back to Koji here, I'm a little worried because, I mean, Seijaru's just gotten better. As the time has gone on.
Yeah, I mean, the longer that goes, it seems like he's starting to get a bead on the Koji gameplay, even though it is so significantly different. However, we do see the legend change over here.
Yes.
Seijaru over onto Val. The scythe is out of here. We're swapping it for a sword.
And, I mean, you still have that fast movement speed that Mordex brings, but you also get to pick up that defense quite a bit. They are very confident in their combo game and trying to rack up that damage, but they recognize that they are losing these stocks a little too fast sometimes.
And we also find a map change over to Mammoth Fortress. This is the land of consistency.
Yes.
It's the Goldilocks stage, right? Everything is just right. The wall size, just right. Knockout zones, just right.
And, I mean, the platform moves around, too, to give a little bit of variety to how everything's
Get a little bit of everything, you know?
A little bit of everything, yeah. It's like a really good buffet.
Seijaru looking to eat, but Ackno just smacks that spoon out of his hand, just being like, no, you cannot.
But Val doing a good job here for Seijaru.
Oh, yo, let's go.
Oh, a little bit scary. Goes for the weapon toss with the bow. Now both swords in hand. We got a duel.
Sabers at dawn. Or, well, it looks like about noon, you know?
It's a really bright dawn. All right, here we go. Seijaru trying to keep this going. Is not quite able to close out the first stock yet. Goes for the weapon toss. Picks up the gauntlets.
Oh, my gosh.
They were going for something big there.
Neutralite sends him off stage. Oh my gosh. The dodge was spent on that gravity cancel, but Ackno fought his way back through.
Now we got Seijaru back on the sword here. Almost closing out a stock earlier, but the ground pound from Ackno to take the lead.
That was a good bet.
That was a
good bet. He's like, where are you going? As soon as I bash you in the face with this weapon toss, you're dipping around that corner. Me too. Same.
Right. Ooh. That's not going to quite close it out yet, but they are in the deep, deep red. We'll see if they can find a way back on the stage here. Okay, the weapon toss, not going to get anything too crazy. I do like what Seijaru's doing, though, really just being patient, not committing to anything too crazy here. But now you allowed Ackno back on the stage. You're going to take some damage here. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. Several dodge punishes through there. Damage building up. This is everything that Ackno wants to see.
Seijaru's really struggling to close out the stock here. That's the problem that they didn't have a Mordex. Mordex it just brings the damage, brings the pain. Now, Val, not quite as much, but their combo game's been fantastic. Wow, still not going to be able to close that out.
Yeah, there was a lot of stage left to the right, but not down below. That down air spiking to tie up the stocks. But Seijaru's got their work cut out for him. Ackno with a sizable damage lead.
Yeah, Ackno's definitely sitting pretty, looking good. Swords in the hands of both. And Ackno honestly just needs a couple strong hits to close this one out. Very close to doing that one.
Right off the platform. There we go. Just enough. That's efficient.
And I think the panic button is being struck here for Seijaru. They've been feeling good, right? And just having the battle back, now on the cusp of getting reverse 3-0'd. This is definitely the danger zone, and Ackno is feeling great. This Koji pick is flowing. They are playing beautifully right now. They got a great lead here, too.
Yeah, poised to take revenge for the last time they met, where it was a 3-2 victory for Seijaru. Ackno looking to turn that around into a 3-2 victory for himself here. This is close.
It's close. It's terrifying. Oh, look at that. Just taking their time. The punishment on the movement from Seijaru. Ackno, honestly, I just do not see a way for them to drop this game right here. Unless we start seeing some big plays from Seijaru like we've seen all set.
Yeah, big anti-air signature there for a ton of damage. Swapping over to the gauntlets. Dash jump. Oh, Ackno faded wide. That's going to bounce off the wall. The edge guard continues.
Okay. Ooh, that was a very clutch air dodge there. Just trying to get back down onto the stage. The bow, though, we've been talking about this all set. The bow from Ackno is incredible.
Oh man, Seijaru just dodging every single attempt. That little bonk sets him up, and Ackno seals the deal. A 3-2 revenge victory.
Oh my goodness, and that's what it's all about, man. Ackno, just like you said, going back to the tried and true and just making the run of runs. Look at the damage differential here.
Jeez.
It was astronomical. Like, I understand the Val pick. You're trying to survive a bit more, but you could see that the struggle to close out stocks, getting the KOs, was evident by the switch.